Tokyo is famous for its trains. They are clean, efficient, and almost always on time. But this system has a hidden side. Some stations are incredibly confusing. Millions of people use these stations every day. For visitors, it can feel like navigating a maze. These stations are often huge. They have many levels, exits, and platforms. Construction is common, adding to the confusion. Signs can be hard to understand, especially for non-Japanese speakers. Even seasoned commuters sometimes struggle to find their way, but don't worry, with a little preparation and patience, you can conquer even the most challenging Tokyo train station. Shinjuku Station holds a world record busiest train station on Earth. Over 3.5 million people pass through it daily. It's easy to see why people get lost. The station has over 200 exits. There are 12 different train lines and 35 platforms. Finding your train can feel like an Olympic sport. Signs are everywhere, but they can be overwhelming. Adding to the chaos is constant construction. Shinjuku Station is undergoing a major renovation. The goal is to make it easier to navigate, but until then, it remains a daunting maze. If you find yourself lost, don't panic. Take a deep breath and ask for help. Station staff are used to confused travelers. They can point you in the right direction. Shibuya Station is another Tokyo transportation hub. It's famous for its iconic scramble crossing. But this station is also undergoing a major transformation. Construction seems to be everywhere. This makes navigating the station a challenge. Transferring between train lines can be confusing. Routes change frequently due to construction. Signage is not always clear, especially for temporary routes. Accessibility is also an issue. The station has many stairs and escalators, but limited elevators. Despite the chaos, Shibuya Station is a vibrant hub. It connects to shopping malls, restaurants, and entertainment. Just be prepared for crowds and detours as construction continues. Section 4, Ikebukuro Station, lost in translation. Ikebukuro Station is Tokyo's third busiest station. It has a more straightforward layout than Shinjuku or Shibuya, but it still has its challenges. The station is huge, with multiple levels and exits. Finding the correct exit can be tricky. Signage is a common complaint. Many signs lack clear exit numbers. This can lead to confusion, especially if you are in a hurry. It's easy to get turned around and end up in the wrong place. Be sure to give yourself extra time to navigate this station. Despite its size, Ikebukuro Station is well connected. It serves several major train lines. It also has direct access to department stores and restaurants. Just be prepared to do some extra walking to find your way. Section 5. Tokyo Station. A grand entrance, a confusing core. Tokyo Station is the city's main transportation hub. It's a beautiful building with a rich history. But beneath its grand exterior lies a surprisingly confusing layout. The station is a maze of passageways and platforms. There are two main sides to Tokyo Station, Marunouchi and Yaesu. Each side has its own set of exits and underground malls. It's easy to get turned around if you're not careful. Signage can be inconsistent, especially for underground connections. If you're transferring between train lines, allow plenty of time. You may need to walk long distances or navigate crowded underground passageways. Consider using a station map or asking for directions to avoid getting lost. Section 6. Navigating the maze tips and tricks. Navigating Tokyo's train stations can be intimidating, but don't despair. Here are some tips to make your journey smoother. Plan your route in advance. Use a train app or website to map out your journey. Note down your train line, platform number, and exit. Allow plenty of time. Don't underestimate the time it takes to navigate large stations. Factor in extra time for transfers and potential delays. Use a station map. Most stations have free maps available. Grab one and study it before you head to your platform. Look for English signs. Many stations have English signage, but it may not always be obvious. Look carefully for directions in English. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Station staff are generally helpful and used to tourists. Don't hesitate to ask for directions if you get lost. With a little preparation and a positive attitude, you can conquer even the most confusing Tokyo train station. Happy travels.